Hello everyone and welcome back to a Let's Play video. This is a series where I basically explore these characters, and in today's video we are exploring the new hero out this week, Riktor. I am super excited for Riktor because I think he fits the bill for a tank, for me, perfectly. Alright, so Riktor, the newest addition to the game, and what a badass. If you have not seen his if you haven't seen his release trailer video thing of it's just a bunch of his gameplay running around kicking ass. Go and see it, because it is awesome. It's so awesome. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say anymore. Just go see it. Go see it. Okay, so he is a high control character. So Riktor's passive. Oh, here, sorry. So just by looking here, the first thing off, look how big Riktor is. He has a huge hitbox, a huge position, a huge influence on the battlefield just with his body. That is going to be a key thing here. Okay, so his skills. Oh goodness. His right click is basically just lashes around with his chains that he has equipped. And I think he has a slower movement speed than usual. But we'll maybe confirm that later. Okay, so his passive, Invigorate. Riktor gives nearby friendly heroes a 20-point max movement speed increase. So anybody who's around, so this Twin Blast here will get a movement speed bonus just by being around for me. Awesome. It's going to be very helpful for chasing somebody down or escaping. Definitely somebody you're going to want to be around in a team fight. Riktor, your tank. Or fighter, who knows. His Q, Riplash, long-range chain whip that pulls enemies in if hit. So if I land Q on this Gideon here, I'm going to pull him back to me. So maybe not the best idea, actually. Yeah. So I shouldn't have done that, but I just wanted to showcase how off to you. E. Electrocute, AoE around Riktor that deals 77 total energy damage over 5 seconds. So this is going to be a good one for jumping into the fray, pulling somebody back to you, using your E and just following them around, doing that damage. Also, obviously, good for clearing lanes, of course. Sit right in the middle, damaging the front line, and that'll just deal damage to the whole lane that you're in. We're going to go with that one. But his right click, the next hit that he does deals 60% energy damage and applies a silence and slow for 1.5 seconds. On second thought, maybe we're going to go with that if we're going to roam, but we're not. But it doesn't matter, because I'm in the next level anyways. So that's going to be an interesting progression for the first 5 levels. If you are roaming around as a pack, you'll probably actually even get Q, depends, Q or right click first, depending if your team's doing a good job of keeping the enemies from escaping. Then obviously just go with your right click. But see, look here, I don't know what to do. He has such a huge body such a huge hitbox that he can just body block for days. He's going to be a great character for body blocking. And Heroes of the Storm, I love Diablo for that reason. He, as well, is very good at controlling the battlefield, and he can just sit in your way and be just an immovable object that you just can't get by. Okay, I really would like to kill a Scrux, but this Grim is not, and he's in trouble. Okay, so I'm doing a fair amount of damage. There you go, and I used my E to slow him down. I mean, I'm pretty sure we had that kill anyways, but... I'm gonna do... Let's see. E. Still in the early game, still just wanting to flame a little bit. Deal this AoE damage. Let's head to the left lane. Kill this Gideon. So my team's doing a good job roaming, which is giving me a little bit of a not issue, just making me think of okay, so his right click is on a very long cooldown. How long? It doesn't even say. Okay. Okay, yeah, we got him. Kill him! Kill him! Okay, sorry. So his right click is on a very long cooldown. We'll have to see the next time I use it. But that seemed like a very, very, very long cooldown. But yeah, what I was saying before, my team was doing kind of a good job of roaming around, not really, but that will give you a, you'll have to choose between your Q, your right click. If how do you best serve your team through utility, right? Are we getting harvesters? No, that's no. Okay, so we're going full tank here. So we are getting some physical damage first. Actually, scratch that. First off, look at the team composition. We got energy damage, physical damage, energy damage, I believe, energy and energy. So let's go for some Tomb Barrier first. We're gonna get some. So that's something that I haven't done on my steel video. I didn't really look at the enemy team and look for their composition. That's going to be a big thing to do as a tank to try to build, right, to upgrade to card for the enemy team. Let's go get this Decker. So I said in my last video to explain what the computer is doing right now. So this Decker is in between our two towers, obviously stalling this. Our wave so that their wave can get to our tower and deal damage. Is that a viable strategy? Like, let me know. Is this a viable? Oh, rats. Okay. Like, is that a viable strategy? So we got our ultimate, level 5. And what is it called? Skewer does 308 energy damage in 2 attacks and applies a stun for 1.3 seconds. Alright, so I'm going to have to get used to the range of this Q ability. But it doesn't seem to be that long, so you'll have to do a good job of staying close to your target, for sure. And does it look like... No, it doesn't get farther. So the range of your Q doesn't increase with the distance. Alright, so I use my right click and... Okay, I only have 16-second cooldown. So it's not that bad, but I'm not really doing much damage here, so I could have used my E, maybe that would have killed them, but again, I'm not doing a very good job of staying with my team as the main tank here. So let's go and do that. Let's go help out our Twin Blast. So I'm having a hard time deciding which to level up first. Since the Q is not getting farther, the only thing that would change is the cooldown, which, I mean, by 1 second isn't all that much. But your right click, I feel like is a more significant... Oh, I'm not sure. Let's do the Q. The Q seems like if... I would seem to think that your right click is like a for sure sort of... Oh, okay. See, there, I tried to see if the Q would interrupt. If the Q would interrupt Gideon, but apparently not. Alright, let's do the Q again. Alrighty, there we go. Secured the kill. We don't have to tower dive for that. Let's use our E. Out of here. Haven't used the ultimate yet. But we're doing a very good job of, well, very good job. An okay job of body blocking here. So, I mean, it's really not that hard being such a big character on the screen. So, it seems like we are running into a bit of mana issues. My mana potion is doing an okay job. So I would definitely, the mana potion is a must for sure. With 260 mana, I mean, you use your skills. Yeah, you use all your skills once in an engagement, and I mean, you can only do that. You can only do that twice, not even twice. So it's definitely going to be. So let's get some health first, and then let's go into. Let's keep it nice and even with some physical armor. So this is a bit of a balanced approach between energy armor, physical armor, and health. I mean, I really have yet to determine what is better, going all energy armor, physical armor, and no health, or mostly health and just a bit of physical and energy barrier. I'm not quite sure. Leave a post in the comments. Tell me what is the preferred strategy. Oh, that Grim totally messed up my E ability there. So I really want to use this, my ultimate. Okay, so it's a cone in front of me. Alrighty, let's try it. Actually, let's use my R, slow him down. Oh yeah, we got it. Kaboom. Do we want to use it now? No, but what I will do is go and help out with Twin Blast here. Kill this Gideon. So I've been doing... Yeah, let's do our right click now. I mean, our electrocute's fine, but it's focused on damage. A basic attack, I mean... Whatever. Whatever. But a right click, that can be helpful. Oh, I wanted to see... Okay, now it looks like the range is increased with the Q. But it doesn't say so. Yeah, I'm gonna... Yeah. So it does seem like the range increases with your Q. Interesting. Okay, so that means that the Q is much more important than I previously thought. Okay, so my skill priority, knowing that, is going to be Q, right click, E, followed by the ultimate. I mean, ultimate is pretty important, but in this build, not particularly. It does apply a stun, but we're gonna have to see how much that stun is upgraded with each level. I don't imagine it would be very much. So Q, right click, E, and then whatever else after that. Really, that's what I'm gonna go for. Ah, no, it's too far. All right, so that's another thing I have to get better with. Man, missed. It's just my range. Like you saw there, I missed both my engages. I'm really... That is something I personally need to work on. Know your distance. How far can you get, or how close can you get to the enemy without them rooting you in place? I mean, it's completely useless if you run into them like I did there and don't do anything. I'm sure, I guess I did a little bit of damage, or I soaked up a little bit of damage, but I mean, really, that's something for sure have to work on. Especially since we're going to go back and spend these card power. Especially since he has such a huge hitbox, he's going to be really easy to hit. Be careful when you're closing the gap between you and the enemy. So let's get this greater guard. Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, we definitely don't have an issue of health, so I'm going to go guard here and have 1 point. 1 point for another Toon Barrier. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try, because they have more energy damage on their team. So they have Howitzer, Gideon, and Decker. The Severug's a tank, which does physical damage, I believe. But I mean, he really doesn't count. So there's Grux. There's Grux. And then here, like, I should have gone up there and helped kill them. So like, I'm just not really paying attention. So let's go. Okay, so they don't need help over there. Just push this lane. So far, Riktor has proven to be a very capable tank. He's very hardy. Epic Games has given him a 10 rating for his durability. His 3 for strength, 3 for the other one, blanking, and a 1 for mobility. I'm definitely feeling that 1 for mobility for sure. I'll take these hits, whatever. I'm definitely feeling that 1 for mobility. He's having a really tough time. I'm having a really tough time closing that gap with the enemy. And even this treble mode doesn't really seem to be very quick. So that's just something we'll have to work on. So here I'm gonna go with the R. Oop. I took the black buff I definitely should not have. That Murdoch should have taken Should have taken that black orb for sure. Again, not paying attention. So, and that. Boom. Alright. He's definitely quite the tank for sure. Really hardy, really no issues with nice. Got the last hit there. No issues with health, with tankiness. So it's gonna be, he's gonna be a really good frontline tank. With him being so durable, I'm wondering if some cooldown reduction for his crowd control is a possibility. Perhaps that could be the next build, focusing on reducing his cooldown so he can control the battlefield much more. His right click, his Q. I mean, they're both long cooldowns. If you reduce those by 40%, that's a significant amount. Doing that 4 more times rather than 3. That's maybe one more character in a prolonged team fight that you can root down and make sure you kill, right? Who knows? Alright, so this deck. Slow her down. There. Nice. Yeah, so his, I mean, he is a fantastic ability to control the battlefield. Cooldown's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting. I think I have one card in this deck that I can upgrade with cooldown. So maybe we'll try that. Just maybe. Seeing as how this is a full tank build, I'm not really feeling it. Okay, so to recap with these skills, I am focusing on my Q and my right click, and from there, I've done my E twice and my R, my ultimate twice as well. Just because the E is just it's good for clearing those lanes, dealing that little bit of extra damage, so that you can be just a little. Nope, I don't want that. Sure. Actually, I do suffer from a little bit from mana issues. Okay, this is a good time to go back. I'm not going to help this. Twin Blast, I shouldn't have that much of an issue. Okay, so let's get another Tune Barrier here. Fill it with Greater Barrier. And we'll leave that one for this.
Enemy harvester destroyed.
So we're gonna have to see next video. We're gonna have to see next video how successful a cooldown reduction build is going to be. As I said before, my favorite tank in Heroes of the Storm is for sure Diablo. His Q, you can use it to rush towards the enemy, and then you knock them back a little bit. And then your E is a over the head toss, so you can engage the enemy, toss them over your head, putting them in between you and your team. Use your Q to push them even closer to your team, and then you're dead. There's also a stun on the Q, so it makes it even easier for your team to lock down that target. So you're basically just like handpick a target and be like, oh, this character is dead. With Riktor, his Q to pull them in, and then hitting them with the R is going to lock down the team This is going to lock down that character. You can then even follow up once your R has, once your right click has worn off, and the enemy's starting to get their normal movement speed. You can hit them with the R, your ultimate, and then that does A damage to hopefully finish them off. Yeah, I'm going to stand in between. Alright, so let's see what I can do here. Yeah, I'm not taking much damage at all. Look at that. Perfect time for it. Okay, that wasn't as successful as I would like. But look at this. I'm taking almost no damage. He is a fantastic tank. So there you go. I'm gonna hook the Strux, slow him down. I'm gonna dive into this tower and try to back up. Oh, I think I'm dead. Yeah. Okay, well, I thought I'd be able to get there, but I couldn't. Alright, good. So our Q, we can upgrade a little bit more too. Very successful. I'm really liking how tanky Riktor is at the moment. Very capable frontline hero, and his Q, his right click, his R, you can work that into some fantastic combinations. That's gonna be successful. He's gonna be really hard to deal with. His mobility is gonna be his weakness. And I mean, if you build him as a tank, he's really not going to do much damage at all. So if he's left unsupported, he can. I think he can be picked off. You know, as a last hero alive in a team fight, he's really. I mean, maybe he can, you know, try to escape, but I don't think it's going to be very successful. Hopefully you position him well enough. You have that melee, well, tank especially, awareness of, do I engage, when do I disengage, how do I hard engage, just run in there, and kind of force that team fight. I have to be really aware. I don't necessarily have that awareness, especially with that sort of, you know, having that sense, that range around you. How close can I get to the enemy before they attack me? Something for me to work on for sure. First impressions on Riktor, holy smokes. He is awesome. He is awesome. I kind of feel bad because I feel like he's going to be like the new hip tank, and I don't really like playing, you know, those kind of characters, but I really don't care. He's absolutely amazing. So the health and mana potion, the health wasn't perhaps needed that much. Good to have. Really fine-tuning your deck, I mean, foregoing it, definitely a possibility. This health token is just because I have it, really. So I went 2 Tune Barriers just because the enemy team have more energy damage than physical damage, and 1 Tempered Plate, of course, just to round it out. A little bit of a balance. I mean, I didn't do health on the Tempered Plate, but I did... Oh, I did do 2 health. Interesting. Okay, so bit of a balance. A bit of a balance between the resistances to the damage types and the health. I had a lot of health so the tower did a little bit more damage than I would have liked, but maybe you could forego the health and put it in and add in some cooldown reduction. That might be a final build, perhaps, but the next one coming up, guys, is going to be a cooldown reduction build with him. I'm really excited to try that. It's definitely going to obviously not be so tanky, but we're going to try it. Guys, please like, dislike, subscribe, share this content. All I'm doing is I'm having fun. I'm sharing my experience with you. Maybe a little bit of tips here and there. If you learn something, then I've done my job. What more is there to say, guys? If you liked it, please subscribe. Take care.